Hi, this video is going to teach you a little bit about the trademark registration process. Specifically, we're going to look into the case of Kenman Candy Australia Proprietary Limited and the Register of Trademarks. Now in this case, a confectionery company tried to trademark a fictional bug shape of one of its lollies. The lollies are discontinued now, but the case is still a really good example of the issues you can face when you're trying to register a shape as a trademark. So Kenman Candy was a confectionery company and they had this lolly called the Millennial Bug. The shape of the lolly is comprised of a central body that resembled a sphere with a curved upper surface, a flat bottom, 2 overlives on the body and 3 short legs. Or, as you can see here, this is what it looked like. Now, Kenman Candy attempted to register the shape in Class 30, which is for various food items. However, registration was specifically in respect to non-medicated confectionery. Now, they faced a lot of issues with their application. First, it was rejected by the Register not once, but 4 times. It was then taken to a hearing before a delegate of the Register where it was rejected again, and then that decision was appealed to a single judge in the Federal Court of Australia, where it was dismissed by Justice Wilcox. Finally, Kenman appealed for leave to the full court in the Federal Court of Australia, to be considered by Justice French, Justice Lindgren, and Justice Stone. The issue for the court was whether the shape of the goods was inherently adapted to distinguish them from that of other traders. Now, a trademark will not be capable of being inherently adapted to distinguish if it is a sign that is ordinarily used to indicate the kind, quality, intended purpose, or a characteristic of the goods or services. If it does this, then it's just not capable of registration because it's a sign that falls within the commons available for all to use to describe their products. Now, this is why it was initially rejected by Justice Wilcox, because he believed that the number of bug-like shapes was finite, and that it would be unfair to limit other confectionery manufacturers who might want to use a bug-shaped candy to market their candy to children, because that's something that children are inherently interested in. Essentially, he thought it was extending the commons. However, the High Court rejected this argument, and thankfully for Kenman Candy, the appeal was finally allowed and they could register their shape as a trademark. They found that it was inherently adapted to distinguish Kenman Candy's confectionery from that of other companies. Justice French said that even though it was technically true that maybe it was a finite number of fictional bug shapes, it probably would be so vast that you couldn't really test this in practice. So it wasn't really a relevant argument and it was basically unlimited anyway. Justice Stone then explained that although the shape is suggestive of insect life, it's not really a specific shape, bug or insect. And because it's wholly concocted, Kenman's shape should not be regarded as being part of the common signs available to all because it had no practical use to the shape of the product. Stone also explained that the registration would not give Kenman a monopoly over every bug or insect-shaped confectionery, only those substantially identical or deceptively similar to their specific shape. This case reinforced the principle that shapes that are dictated by function of a product are not capable of being inherently adapted to distinguish. However, this does not mean that a sign cannot be a trademark just because it's the shape of a product. It also suggests that made-up or concocted shapes should not form part of Creative Commons available for all. Thanks for taking the time to listen to this case note, and I hope you got something from it.